Okay, now let's move on to the second part of the class that we have. We're going to see some vocabulary, okay, and how to activate vocabulary in context, and then we're going to have a close look at grammar, okay? So let's start with vocabulary. This is buyer's remorse, okay? So what is the idea here? Okay, that you have a look at these expressions, that is vocabulary but expressions, okay, and they have a meaning, but it's not a common meaning, it's not a literal meaning. You have to learn it, okay? So here it is what we have.
Vocabulary. Buyer's remorse. Read and listen.
Get sold a bill of goods.
Fall for something.
Promise someone the moon.
Get talked into doing something. Now listen again and repeat.
Get sold a bill of goods.
Fall for something.
Promise someone the moon.
Get talked into doing something.
Okay, so now let's see what is the meaning of these expressions. It says it looked good for a used car, and the salesperson said the engine was new. Obviously, okay, that was a lie. I got sold a bill of goods. I shouldn't have believed it. Okay, so she was told something, but it was not true. Okay, Spanish. Me pasaron gato por liebre. Something like that. Okay. Me vendieron algo que dijeron que estaba bueno y al final no era. Me engañaron. That's the idea. Okay. I got sold a bill of goods. Then we have fall for something. They said the banana tablet camera was perfect for underwater Photoshop, but it only works in less than 1 meter of water. I can't believe it. I fell for it. If only I had read the fine print. Okay. I fell for it. Me engañaron. O me dejé engañar. That's the idea. I fell for it. Okay. So this is the thing. Promise someone the moon. I bought a membership in the Better You Health Club before it opened. They promised me the moon, but the place turned out to be a real dump. I wish I had waited. Okay? Me prometieron la luna. Okay? But it was not that good. Okay? In Spanish, me vendieron la pomada. Okay? Then we have, what a sucker I am. I got talked into shelling out $20 for a pizza fork. It seemed like a cool idea at the time, but it turned out to be a useless gimmick. I should have known better. Okay? So, you paid something, okay, but you paid for amount of money, something that was not the pain, okay? Got talked into doing something, okay? You were convinced of doing something, and then you regret, okay? That is the idea. Right. That was vocabulary. So let's see now grammar. Expressing regrets about the past. Okay, something that you said, I wish I hadn't done it. Okay, that you are regretful about that. You are regret. So here we go. Okay. Wish plus past perfect. You have to know and have in mind that wish always goes with past perfect. So we say, I wish I hadn't bought this electric canoe. Okay, Spanish. Ojalá no la hubiese comprado. What a worthless gimmick. Do they wish they had joined a health club instead of shelling out so much money for that ridiculous contraption? Don't wish you'd had upgraded to the wireless headphone before the upper price. Why does he wish he'd kept his old blender? Okay, should, ought to have, plus participle. Okay, I should have waited to get the lightning hoverboard. I ought to have waited. Okay, Spanish, debería haber esperado. Shouldn't he have gotten the X2E even though it was over his budget? He shouldn't have bought this jacket in size small. Use should, not ought to, in negative statements and questions. Okay? And then we have if only, si solo, past perfect, okay? Si solo hubiese, okay? So, express very strong regret with if only plus past perfect. Such statements of regret often suggest a negative consequence. It's common to use only in a past unreal conditional statement followed by a result clause that states the consequence. So we say, if only I had read the fine print. If only we hadn't bought this home theater. If only I had gotten a real underwater camera, I would have taken pictures of the sharks. Okay? Good. This is not easy. It's challenging. Okay? So let's see now we are going to activate the grammar. So, rewrite the statements and questions. Okay? That means you have to write them again. Changing wish or if only. Plus past perfect. Okay? To should have or ought to have. So write this down in your copybook and write this down in your copybook. And you have to rewrite them, okay? Using wish or if only plus past perfect, okay? Or should have or ought to have. So here we go. Number 1, it says, they wish they bought their shoes online instead of at the fancy shoe store in the mall. So they should have bought their shoes online instead of at the fancy shoe store in the mall. Okay, and the second one is with ought to. Then we have, if only I'd waited for the newer model to come out, I should have waited for the newer model to come out. I ought to have waited for the newer model to come out. 3. Don't you wish you read the fine print before you got the tablet with the underwater camera? Shouldn't you have read the fine print before you got the tablet with the underwater camera? The fine print is la letra chica for you to know. 4. I wish I hadn't bought that gimmicky pizza fork. I shouldn't have bought that gimmicky pizza fork. 5. If only I had been in such a hurry that to get the hottest new phone, shouldn't have been in such a hurry to get the hottest new phone. 6. Does he wish he'd check out the price of a used car before he bought the GR200? Should he have checked out the price of a used car before he bought the JRR200? Good. So, the piece of homework is going to be about grammar expressing regrets about the past. Okay? You will have to make your own exercise, okay, that I will upload, and answer like having into consideration this. Expressing regrets about the past with wish, should have, or ought to have, plus past participle. And the same with if only, with past perfect. Remember, you need to know the past participle and the past perfect, okay? And for example, here it says bought, past of verb buy, okay? But you have a high level, so you should know that, okay? Good.